Hey guys, welcome back. It's a good week. It was a good week. I hope you all had a good week. Um, Went by quick. I like when a week goes by quick. Or a work week anyway goes by quick. I don't like when vacation and went by quick. That sucked. But when a work week goes by quick, that's good. So I hope you all had a good week. So it was a good week here. Decent week cologne wise. You know, nothing. No major flaws to report this week. Not like last week when I got told I was a douchebaggy. So what did I wear this week? I wore Y Eau de Parfum, YSL. A couple of them here that are empty, and then another one that's half full. I wore it all week. I have it here, and the EDT here. Anyway, I'll talk about both of them, but then we'll get into this. Y Eau de Parfum, classified as a woody aromatic. Accords are aromatic, woody, fresh, spicy, fruity, warm, spicy, and fresh. Top is bergamot, ginger, and apple. Mid is sage, geranium, juniper. Base is vetiver, cedar, tonka, amberwoods, and olivanium. I have no fucking idea what that is. I was going to look it up, and I got lazy. I was like, yeah, you guys all have the internet, obviously. You can look it up, too. No idea what it is. I don't think I've ever smelled it before. I probably have 1,000,001 times, but just never. Oh. Eyelash. Yeah, that was a good. It smells good. You know, off the top, you definitely get the bergamot, the ginger, and the apple. It's a sweet scent. It's there. Sweetness, it's there. The freshness is there from the citrus. You get a little bit of the sage and geranium. Slight floral vibe from the geranium, not a whole lot. It's just adding more of a smoothness to that sage in the mid. The top is my favorite part of this one here. I really like the top notes of this. That of course, it's just bergamot, ginger, and apple. You know, it's meant to be pleasing. It almost has a sparkling, sweet, sparkling citrus vibe off the top. Very nice. Dry. I mean, the dry down's nice too. I mean, it's a nice scent. You know, like I said, you top notes last about 20 minutes. A good solid 20 minutes. You're getting that big blast of that top, that ginger and fruit. Like I said, then that sage and geranium. I don't get a lot of juniper berry, if any. Probably being used more as just a fixative to help with the sage and the geranium. Like I said, just kind of mix in with them top notes. You get that slightly soft spice floral vibe with that, with the apple and bergamot. The ginger's kind of gone after 15-20 minutes, kind of, but that bergamot and apple's still there. Stays like that for a couple hours, then the base really starts to kick in almost immediately. Bang! You get a lot of amberwoods, which is a synthetic note. You know, we'll talk about it when I talk about the EDT with it, but again, very pleasing, just a all-around pleasing scent. It's sweet, citrusy, fruity, light, spicy, floral, soft, woody base. Pleasing. I can't imagine anybody. People may not like it. I'm not saying that. You may not like it, but I can't imagine anybody being offended by it. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, that stinks. Of course, like anything, if you put way too much of it on, Doesn't matter how good it smells, it's going to stink, but like every cologne, worn correctly and worn right. Projection, not as much as the EDT, still not bad. I only got about an hour and a quarter of decent projection from it. Again, not near the EDT, but I'll get into that. Longevity, a lot longer than EDT. I found this one sat on my skin and my clothes pretty much the whole day. Got about 9 to 10 hours on my skin and my clothes. Again, when you go past your hamper that day, the next day you can still smell them. It was there, so longevity is a major plus on this one. Projection, again, it's an EDP, so it's not going to project as much as I know the toilettes, but it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. It's going to last longer because of the oils, but not going to be as loud because of the less alcohol used in it. So yeah, compliment factor, very, very high, almost as high as the EDT. And I think that just has more to do with the projection than the smell. The EDT projects quite a lot longer. It's 3 compliments. Again, age range 20 to 40ish, you know, so young to youngish. All 3 girls said it smelled really nice, like really nice. I mean, what more do you want? That's what it was designed to do. You know, they're not trying to break the mold with it, come up with something groundbreaking. They're like, hey, it's easy to wear and it smells good, here you go. That's what they got. So that was a quick review of the EDP. Got the EDT here and EDP here. They are different scents. I mean, but they're different scents the same way Sauvage EDT and Sauvage EDP are different. There's some, the DNA is pretty much there in the Y EDP as the EDT. They changed a couple notes, added a couple things, took a couple things away, blah blah blah. You know what they do. Like the EDP and the EDT off the top both have bergamot and ginger, whereas the EDP has apple off the top. You get mint and a heavy dose of aldehydes from the EDT. That's part of the reason it's a lot louder too, a lot sharper. Basically, EDT, while there are nuances in the scent, it's pretty similar. Not exact, but pretty similar. But the EDT with the higher concentration of alcohol and them aldehydes and the ambroxan just is it's a lot sharper, where this is a lot smoother. It's louder, where this is softer. You could kind of almost see them as literally night and day, or sorry, night and day, where you'd wear something like this more on a hot summer's day. You'd wear something like this on a cool summer's evening. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of, and you could easily, you don't have to, you know, you can wear this in the daytime, get home, you don't even have to shower. You should if you're going somewhere, but even if you don't have time, you can still just, because they're not going to clash with each other. They're pretty much the same. Like I said, there are differences. Like the EDT, you can definitely get more of a I also get a bit of almost like a slight leather vibe to it. That could be the amberwoods and the cedar and the tonka, but you can definitely get it's just a softer, more well refined. You know, the edges are kind of cut off. scent with its own little twist. See, in this they use the amberwood. In this they use ambroxan. They say ambergris, but it's ambroxan. So you're getting a bit of a louder, somewhat slightly metallic, somewhat salty bang in your face vibe, whereas the amberwood you're getting that soft, fuzzy, woody type scent. That's the biggest difference I find in these two, is the dry down. When they both hit about the 3.5 hour mark, this projects for about 2.5 hours solidly, and I mean monstrously. It's way out there. Whereas, like I said, you're only getting an hour and a quarter projection, and even then it's not out there. It's there, but when they hit that dry down, 3.5, 4 hours into it, my goodness, they become quite a different scent, believe it or not. Like I said, I'm picking up musk and ambroxan, and there's some incense in there. Getting a bit of a woody vibe from cedar and balsam. And they both have vetiver in the base. They both have cedar in the base too. So, but with this one, like I said, I get hit with that heavy dose of musk and ambergris, ambroxan. With this one, I get a heavy dose of amberwoods and something else. Maybe it's that olibanum. I don't know, but they're kind of different beasts at that point. But for the first 4 hours, I mean, you can smell the difference, of course. Like I said, it's not identical. I mean, even Sauvage EDT and Sauvage EDP, I find smell more similar to each other through the whole life of the scent than these two do. I really think they just, they say they did this and that with Sauvage. I think they just kind of added a vanilla note and calling it EDP. That's pretty much the only difference I can really smell between them two. Whereas this, I smell the nuances from start to finish. Like I said, you get a little bit of that. You get a lot of aldehydes. And some people like that, some people don't. I think that's why this was a little divisive. Aldehydes can be very, again, it's no joke. They are loud, they are in your face, they are sharp. It doesn't take much aldehyde to think of, I keep coming back to it when I think aldehydes, the original Polo Sport. Not the reformulation. If you're around for Polo Sport when it first came out, how abrasive and in your face that was. This quite isn't that bad, but it's pretty potent. So yeah, I mean, which one would you choose? It's completely up to you. Like I said, they're both great. I'd wear this, like I said, more on a cool summer's evening and a hot summer's day. But they're similar enough that you can just mix them too. You don't have to worry about, mixing scents and not smelling right. They're pretty similar that it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So yeah, that was a review and a quick little comparison. A review of Y EDP and a quick little comparison with the EDT. Which one do I like better? That was a hard choice, man. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with the EDT. No other reason than I have enough nighttime scents. I suppose I have enough daytime scents too, so maybe that's not the reason. I just like this one better. I like how loud it is and how proud it is and in your face, and how it dries down in that nice musky, amber, ambroxan, incensey type feel. This has a nice dry down too. It's just different. So yeah, guys, that's it. Tell me what you think. Do you like EDP or do you like the EDT? Do you like Y in general? I know Y in itself is... it took a while to grow on me too. I gotta say that. I smelled it when it first came out, EDT, and I was like, no, it's just another sorry I'm going to say this, but just another kid scent. Another high school scent. Which it is. There's no joke, you know. It's definitely for a younger audience. I'm not that younger audience anymore. But I got it. I wore it. Well, I kept going back to it when I was at the store smelling it. It just slightly was growing on me. Picking up the nuances of both of these, actually. They've got really good play with their notes if you really know what you're looking for. There's some good nuances. And eventually I just started liking it. I got it and wore it a few times and fell in love with it. Wore this week, fell in love with it. From an older guys, and I'm not old, but I mean an older gentleman's, you know, mid-30s type deal point of view, if you really want one, you might want to go with this, the eau de parfum. But if you're like me and old and don't give a shit, you just want, you know, want to be loud and proud. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll be back probably with another, not review, but a video or something. I don't know. I'm doing bedding tonight, so I'm kind of just chilling around the house, waiting for the bedding to get done. So, yeah. Peace, love. Be good to each other, guys.